Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your wigs and your Wi-Fi connections, because the internet just exploded again. Forget the Kardashians, forget love and hip-hop. This scandal makes reality TV look like an episode of Sesame Street. Jaguar Wright, the human truth bomb with zero chill and a PhD in exposing celebrities, just dropped a revelation so wild it's practically radioactive. And the target of her verbal nuclear strike? None other than Chrisean Rock, the chaos queen of hip-hop, herself. Jaguar didn't just throw shade, she pulled out an entire secret list. Yeah, you heard that right. A list so scandalous, so jaw-dropping, that when she screamed, "I have the list!" the internet stopped breathing for 5 whole seconds. Somewhere even the Kardashians were taking notes, muttering, "Damn, we could never." This isn't just gossip. This is betrayal, receipts, and revelations mixed into one toxic cocktail. And guess what? We're about to drink every single drop. Because when Jaguar Wright decides to talk, careers tremble, reputations collapse, and the internet turns into a gladiator arena where memes are the swords and hashtags are the spears. Welcome to the scandal that makes Hollywood look like kindergarten drama. The internet thought it had seen everything: celebrity meltdowns, leaked DMs, messy Instagram lives, even rappers fighting over who gets the last chicken wing backstage. But then Jaguar Wright, the self-appointed whistleblower of the music industry, pulled out her latest grenade. She didn't whisper it, she didn't tease it, she didn't even hint at it with a coy, "Y'all ain't ready." No, she screamed. It with the passion of a preacher on Easter Sunday. "I have the list." Now, this wasn't some random grocery list with almond milk and hot Cheetos. This was a list with names, secrets, and scandals, allegedly connected to none other than Chrisean Rock, the human headline machine, the chaos conductor, the walking viral moment who somehow manages to turn every tweet, every fight, every awkward live stream into breaking news. And if there's one thing Chrisean doesn't need, it's more chaos added to her brand. But here we are. Let's rewind the tape. Chrisean Rock's career has been a roller coaster built on dysfunction, drama, and just enough talent to keep people hooked. She's fought Blueface, she's screamed on live, she's cried in interviews, she's made fans cheer and trolls froth at the mouth, sometimes in the same hour. Her name alone trends faster than Kanye on a bad day. She's basically the WWE of hip-hop, except the punches are real and the scripts aren't written, or at least we thought they weren't. Jaguar Wright has carved out a niche for herself as the unfiltered truth-teller of the industry. She doesn't just spill tea, she dumps the whole boiling pot on the table, burns the tablecloth, and laughs while the smoke rises. And when she waved this secret list like Excalibur, claiming, it tied back to Chrisean Rock, jaws dropped coast to coast. Because if there's one thing Jaguar loves more than exposing people, it's exposing them in the loudest, most chaotic way possible. The first reactions? Pure internet meltdown. Think Twitter threads longer than a CVS receipt, TikTok edits with ominous background music, and Instagram blogs acting like CNN breaking news anchors. Jaguar got the list. Was trending within minutes, complete with memes of SpongeBob holding scrolls, Oprah handing out envelopes, and Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street screaming, "I have the list." But what exactly was this list? According to Jaguar, it wasn't just names, because it was dirt. Alleged receipts, supposed connections, and behind-the-scenes drama that could make or break reputations overnight. And right in the middle of it, like the eye of the storm, sat Chrisean Rock. Now, fans were torn. Half of them were like, "We knew Chrisean had skeletons in her closet. That closet probably looks like a haunted house." The other half? Nah, Jaguar just looking for clout again. But regardless of sides, everybody was watching. Because if there's one thing people love more than a scandal, it's a scandal with a list. A list is organized chaos. It means the drama has structure like a syllabus for mess. Sarcasm practically wrote itself. Twitter comedians joked, "Is Chrisean's name written in bold with highlighter?" Another user posted, "If Jaguar got a list, Chrisean probably has the deluxe edition with bonus tracks." The memes came faster than you could refresh your feed. Someone even photoshopped Chrisean's mug onto Santa Claus with the caption, "She knows if you've been bad or good because Jaguar checked the list twice." The best part? Chrisean herself didn't immediately clap back. And that silence spoke volumes. For someone known to fight the air if it looks at her wrong, her not instantly responding had fans foaming, "Oh, she guilty, guilty." Others argued she was strategizing her comeback, preparing the kind of unhinged Instagram live that could break the internet in half. But here's where the tension built. Jaguar didn't drop the actual names yet. She just dangled the bait. And the internet, like a pack of hungry wolves, begged for more. "Release the list!" became the chant, echoing across comment sections like a digital riot. Blogs wrote speculative articles. YouTubers filmed 45-minute breakdowns with clickbait thumbnails of Chrisean looking shocked. And Jaguar? She sat back, sipping her tea, fanning the flames like the villain we can't stop rooting for. Of course, the ripple effects hit fast. Celebrities who even might have been on that list started side-eyeing their phones like they were waiting for a death sentence. Blueface's name got tossed into the mix just because the internet can't resist dragging him into Chrisean's orbit. Some even claimed the list had ties to other industry scandals, making it less of a list and more of a nuclear bomb waiting to detonate. And in all this chaos, the funniest reactions came from regular fans. One person tweeted, "If Jaguar drops that list, Netflix better option the rights." Another, "This makes the Illuminati conspiracy look like kindergarten." The exaggerations were endless and completely deserved. Because let's be real. The list might be real, it might be fake, it might be somewhere in between, but the spectacle it created? That was 100% authentic. The internet thrives on mystery, and Jaguar delivered the perfect cliffhanger. She basically turned the hip-hop world into Game of Thrones. Betrayal, secrets, and everybody wondering who's next to get burned. And poor Chrisean? She was the headline act whether she liked it or not. Her past fights, her drama with Blueface, her messy interviews, fans suddenly connected all those dots like detectives on too much caffeine. See? This is why she dodged that question last year. See? This is why she looked nervous in that interview. Every old clip became new evidence. It was the Chrisean Rock version of making a murderer. Except the jury was Twitter, and the judge was Instagram Live. By the end of the first 24 hours, Chrisean wasn't just trending. She was being dissected, analyzed, meme-ified, and turned into a case study for loyalty, scandal, and celebrity chaos. And Jaguar? She had the whole culture begging, "Sis, please drop the list." The chaos didn't slow down. It multiplied like wildfire in a dry forest. Jaguar Wright had screamed her infamous, "I have the list." And suddenly the internet was treating it like the lost chapters of the Bible. Everybody wanted to know who was on it, what it said, and how deep Chrisean Rock's name was buried inside. What started as a messy rumor turned into a full-blown cultural event, the kind that doesn't just trend, it hijacks the internet. Celebrities couldn't resist throwing their 2 cents in. Meek Mill tweeted a vague line, "The truth always surfaces, no matter how deep you bury it." And fans instantly connected it to the scandal. Summer Walker posted a cryptic story. "Lists always expose who y'all really are. SMH. No tags, no names, but the internet doesn't need confirmation to run wild." Suddenly, everyone was convinced the entire industry knew about Jaguar's mysterious list, but no one wanted to say it out loud. And then came the memes. Oh, the memes. Twitter and TikTok had a field day. Chrisean was edited into Death Note, scribbling names with an evil grin, while Jaguar hovered like a ghost. Another viral one had Oprah handing out cards saying, "You get exposed, you get exposed, everybody gets exposed." Instagram pages spammed timelines with fake, leaked pages of the list, scribbled with random celebrity names as if Jaguar had written it herself in Sharpie. The internet wasn't just watching the scandal, it was co-writing it in real time. Even athletes couldn't resist clowning. NBA players dropped side-eye emojis, NFL stars reposted Jaguar's clips with laughing gifs. Late-night talk show hosts squeezed it into their monologues. Jimmy Fallon joked, "Jaguar Wright has a secret list about Chrisean Rock. I tried to look at it, but it was behind a paywall." The audience roared. By then, the drama wasn't just hip-hop gossip anymore. It was mainstream comedy, scandal, and entertainment rolled into one. Meanwhile, fans turned into detectives. Old interviews of Chrisean resurfaced like archaeological evidence. Every smirk, every awkward pause, every nervous laugh was dissected like a courtroom cross-examination. People dragged up Blueface rants, Carlissa's chaotic lives, and Zeus network drama, connecting dots like they were solving the Da Vinci Code. To them, the secret list explained everything. The fights, the tears, the lies. Every past meltdown was suddenly proof. But the strangest part? Chrisean's silence. Normally, she'd clap back with a 10-minute Instagram live, complete with yelling, tears, and maybe a thrown shoe. But this time, crickets. That silence was louder than any outburst she could have delivered. Fans whispered, "She guilty, guilty." Others argued she was plotting the meltdown of the century. Either way, the tension doubled. Jaguar, ever the puppet master, didn't stop. She dropped cryptic sound bites every day. Nothing specific, just enough gasoline to keep the fire raging. "It's not just about Chrisean. This list has names that'll shake the whole industry," she teased in one clip. That single line detonated across the internet like a bomb. Suddenly, it wasn't just Chrisean's reputation at stake. The whole entertainment world looked nervous. Blueface's name got dragged in immediately. Fans swore up and down he had to be part of the scandal, with jokes about him helping Chrisean type the list on her notes app. Memes showed him holding clipboards, waving papers, looking suspicious. And once Blueface was in the mix, Carlissa, Jiden, and Zeus Network chaos were dragged in too. Jaguar's bombshell had mutated, pulling every piece of Chrisean's messy universe into its orbit. Public outrage hit a new peak. Some fans begged Jaguar to finally drop the full list, chanting, "Release it," like they were waiting for Marvel's next Avengers movie. Others accused her of clout chasing, but couldn't resist staying glued to every update. The irony? Even the doubters were addicted to the drama. Nobody could log off. The exaggerations flew fast. Bloggers compared it to Watergate, except with lashes and lip gloss. Podcasters called it the biggest scandal since Meek versus Drake. Comment sections declared, "Forget Area 51, the real secrets are in Jaguar's list." Every voice, every platform, every meme added another layer to the circus. Chrisean's brand, built on chaos she could control, was suddenly wobbling under chaos she couldn't. This wasn't her screaming in the driver's seat, it was Jaguar, steering the car and Chrisean strapped to the hood as the headlights blinded her. No matter what she did, she was the headline, the joke, the meme. And everyone was waiting for Jaguar to press the nuclear button and reveal the names. The cliffhanger was brutal. Would Jaguar finally expose the entire list and bury half the industry? Alive? Or was this just the longest, wildest troll in hip-hop history? Whatever the answer, one thing was certain: the internet wasn't going anywhere. Not when the biggest scandal of the year came with a prop more dangerous than a diss track, a mysterious list. When the smoke finally started to settle, the question hanging in the air wasn't just what's on the list. It was, who's still standing after this mess? Because Jaguar Wright didn't just throw Chrisean Rock into the fire, she set the entire industry on edge. And the aftermath? It was carnage, plain and simple. Chrisean's image, already fragile and chaotic, had taken a beating like never before. The internet wasn't laughing with her anymore. They were laughing at her. Every move she made was suddenly seen through the lens of betrayal and suspicion. When she posted a casual selfie, the comments were ruthless. "Where's the list?" "Looking guilty." She posing like she hiding evidence. No matter what she did, the shadow of Jaguar's bombshell loomed over her like a thundercloud that refused to move. The media circus only intensified. Gossip blogs milked every angle they could, rolling out headlines like, "Chrisean Rock haunted by Jaguar's list," and "Industry insiders whisper about names hidden in Wright's bombshell." Podcasts spun theories wilder than Stranger Things fan fiction. YouTubers pumped out hour-long breakdowns, complete with red arrows, shocked faces, and dramatic titles. "The secret Jaguar Wright doesn't want you to know about Chrisean Rock." Clicks were pouring in, and the culture was addicted to every update. Even celebrities who had nothing to do with Chrisean started distancing themselves. Suddenly, artists were unfollowing her on Instagram, pretending they'd never been seen, with her scrubbing old posts like digital janitors. To be tied to her name during this scandal was like catching secondhand smoke from a 5-alarm fire. Nobody wanted to be collateral damage when Jaguar finally dropped more details. And that's the thing. Jaguar never even had to show the full list. Just the threat of it kept the culture on its knees. It was psychological warfare. She dangled the possibility like a Netflix cliffhanger, making sure nobody felt safe. Every day without a reveal was another day of paranoia. Fans begged, blogs speculated, and celebrities lost sleep wondering if their names were scribbled somewhere in Jaguar's secret archives. For Chrisean, the silence was deadly. Her usual weapon, loud, unfiltered chaos, wasn't enough this time. Every time she opened her mouth, it risked confirming Jaguar's accusations. Every time she stayed quiet, it looked like guilt. It was a lose-lose situation, and fans reveled in watching her squirm. The rock in Chrisean Rock suddenly looked more like quicksand, pulling her deeper every time she tried to escape. The streets weren't kind either. Conversations shifted from her being entertaining to her being exposed. In hip-hop culture, once your credibility is questioned, it's nearly impossible to patch back up. And Jaguar had done more than question it. She'd shattered it with one viral declaration. "I have the list" became the tagline of Chrisean's downfall, like the title of a scandal documentary waiting to be filmed. Meanwhile, Jaguar Wright basked in her new role as the villain hero of the internet. Love her or hate her, she was the one holding the detonator, and everyone else was forced to react. She posted lives smirking, laughing, dropping half-sentences designed to drive fans insane. "Y'all ain't even ready," she teased. They not ready for the truth. Every smirk, every pause, every dramatic side-eye was another dagger in Chrisean's already battered reputation. The ripple effects went further than anyone expected. Brands started hesitating to touch Chrisean. Event promoters quietly shuffled her name down the lineup. Networks that once fought to sign her suddenly weren't picking up calls. Because in the entertainment industry, perception is reality. And right now, the perception was that Chrisean Rock was radioactive. Entertaining, yes, but dangerous to be near. The irony? Chrisean had built her fame on chaos, but chaos she could control. This time, the chaos controlled her. She wasn't driving the narrative, she was trapped inside it. Jaguar Wright had flipped the script, and for once, Chrisean wasn't the loudest voice in the room. That silence, that helplessness, that inability to shift the focus, it was the biggest hit to her brand yet. Fans summed it up perfectly in comment sections. Chrisean went from being the storm to being swallowed by one. Memes painted her as the character in a horror movie who thought she was untouchable, only to get caught by the monster at the end. Others compared it to WWE, except this time Chrisean was on the mat, and Jaguar was raising the championship belt over her. But the real kicker was the long-term damage. Every future headline about Chrisean will now carry the ghost of this scandal. Any new fight, any new meltdown, any new viral moment will be tied back to Jaguar's infamous list. It's a stain she can't scrub off, no matter how many apologies, rants, or reinventions she attempts. Her brand is permanently entangled with betrayal, secrets, and exposure, and yet, the culture can't look away. This scandal didn't just humiliate Chrisean, it entertained millions. People are addicted to the train wreck, checking daily for updates, hoping Jaguar drops another bomb, waiting for Chrisean to finally explode on live. It's the kind of mess that feeds the internet for years, with every new clip or rumor resurrecting the chaos all over again. The aftermath is clear. Reputations cracked, alliances shaken, and an entire industry reminded that no one is untouchable. Chrisean Rock, the self-proclaimed queen of messy, found herself dethroned by someone who plays the game even messier. And Jaguar Wright? She walked away with the internet crown, proving once again that in the world of scandals, the loudest voice is the one holding the receipts, or at least claiming to. The cliffhanger now is almost unbearable. Will Jaguar finally reveal the actual list, or is she going to keep holding it hostage forever, letting the culture tear itself apart with speculation? And will Chrisean Rock ever recover, or will she forever be remembered as the girl who got exposed in the most savage way possible? One thing's for sure, this wasn't just another messy moment. This was a cultural reset, A scandal so outrageous it redefined how we talk about exposure, betrayal, and celebrity chaos. And as the dust settles, the only thing louder than Jaguars, I have the list, is the collective gasp of a culture that can't wait for the next explosion. And there you have it. Secrets, betrayal, lists that may or may not exist, and the internet losing its collective mind faster than Chrisean at a Zeus Network reunion. But don't just sit there watching the drama unfold like it's your auntie's soap opera. I need you to jump into the chaos. Drop a comment right now and tell me, is Jaguar Wright the ultimate truth teller of the culture? Or is she just playing us with the most legendary troll in hip-hop history? While you're typing furiously in the comments, smash that like button like it just threw shade at your mama. Don't just tap it, break it the way 50 Cent breaks careers. And if you're still lurking without subscribing, what are you even doing with your life? Hit subscribe right now, because here at Majestus Buzz, we don't just cover scandals. We dissect them, roast them, exaggerate them until they're bigger than the actual truth. Turn on those notifications, because scandals in this game don't wait for you to catch up. 1 minute it's Jaguar screaming, "I have the list." The next it's another rapper caught in a meltdown, another influencer exposed, another celebrity crying on live. And trust me, when that bomb drops, you'll want to be here first. Laughing, gasping, and spamming emojis in the chat. This is more than commentary. This is chaos turned into entertainment, gossip turned into gladiator fights, scandal turned into art. And only one place gives it to you sharper, messier, and wilder than anyone else. This is Majestus Buzz, signing off until the next bomb drops.